What's up, everybody? So, Mike and I were walking around the neighborhood. Well, we're making one video. We figured we'll make another one just to show you guys different types of housing here in Russia. I mean, not that I want to advertise that, but it's quite different from United States and England, right?
And techniques as well.
Techniques are way different.
Yeah, particularly foundation, because we've got concrete posts there, screw piles on the rest.
Yeah.
And then different materials.
Different materials. I mean, and there's plenty of unfinished houses in Russia.
Yeah.
So Russians have this thing that the eyes.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. The eyes can kind of, what is it?
You say sometimes
Bite more than you can chew.
Yeah, or your eyes are bigger than your stomach.
Yeah.
Be more ambitious.
So that's the ambitions right here. They started this house 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I bet you they ran out of money, and bam, they just abandoned, just like that, rotting away. And it's kind of sad to see stuff like that right away, but.
And then they'll post it for sale.
Yeah, then they post it for sale like plus 2 million.
Yeah.
Rubles, not dollars.
Yeah.
But this is this right here is one of the Russian-based houses that's been for like hundreds of years, I think.
Yeah.
Typical log housing. So this is a log house. So when you build this, you have to build the skeleton or build the whole house. You cannot put the windows in for a year because you gotta let it settle. Yeah, what it does, you gotta let the house settle down because most likely the wood, the logs that they brought in, they're wet. Well, they're not dry.
So that one at the back though, he's got windows in.
Well, the one in the back, it's more like a banya, so
Yeah.
I think they build the one in the back first.
Yeah.
Then they build that one. That would make sense. That way they can leave their tools there and just hang out or whatnot. And that's the foundation we were talking about. Those are concrete piles. Mm-hmm. So you have this big machine that kind of like jerks them into the ground, lower and lower and lower till pretty much they're like 3-4 meters deep into the ground. That's one of the foundations that they use in Russia. But this is a really nice log house.
It's nice. And I think most people these days, they just buy from a company and it's pretty much in a kit, prefab forms.
Yeah, prefab, yeah. A lot of them are just prefab like that. But there's a minus about these houses. So over years, between the logs, there's micro little millimeters or like 1/8 or like 32s of an inch gaps that appear. And you have to refill the space between the logs because the wind will go and travel through that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to pack them. So.
And there's something more along the lines of what I'm building.
Yeah, you're building something like, but it's gonna be a lot cuter. We'll make it really nice.
And a bit bigger, but that's kind of like your weekend thing. They've got their little garden laid out. So
that's a dacha. That's a really typical dacha for 2025. Back in the day, something like this would be more like dacha because it was a lot cheaper. Yeah. But now you got little ones like that right there, dacha. Let's keep on going for a walk this way and we'll show you different other houses. So walking around this place, and I got a bunch of houses that I'm building on the first lots over there at the entrance to the neighborhood. And my question is to myself, is that considered an American village because an American's building them?
Is it because an American's building it or Americans living in it? It's different.
So the neighborhood that I live in, that's an American village too, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I live there.
There's an American that lives there.
Yeah, just an interesting fact. So I guess if an American would buy a house from me, that would be considered an American village too.
Wait, once I build my house.
Oh, that's a British.
Is this now the British village?
That's the British.
Buckingham Palace.
All right, let's keep going with the houses. And there's another really cute house. Every time I drive by this house,
yeah,
I am like, wow, it's so cute. It's so nice. Check it out. How nice is this? And this one is on regular screw piles. I think 108s, a little thicker one. That's what I build. I build on 108s. My houses, my 2-story houses. And yeah, I mean, look at this house. It's cute, right? I mean, you got the tongue and groove all around, all the nice white trim around the windows. It's
then you got a barn house next door, the super modern style.
Yeah.
I like that kind of traditional.
yeah, that's the next one. That's becoming really popular. Is these? They have either two-story barn houses or single-story barn houses like that, and that's really popular. So just to put you in perspective, something like this will sell for about 6 to 7 million with the lot, with everything, about 6 to 7 million rubles, and we are 45-50 minutes from St. Petersburg, so we're not like somewhere way out there. Something like this will sell for just about the same price, around 6 million, 6 to 7.
But what about all that glass in winter?
Doesn't matter if you have good heating. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have heated floors. So if you have heated floors, you need to have radiators under the windows, because the heated floors.
They got convectors.
Oh, they got convectors. I don't think they have heated floors.
No.
Yeah, I see the convectors there. And then we have another type of a house right here on the right. This is also, it's all stick-built houses. All of these are stick-built houses. This one's a little different design with big windows, and very rarely that you actually see it on both houses here. You have a window in the front door.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like solid. They're not solid. I mean, over there, of course, you have a glass door, but this is one of the first times I actually see a front door entrance with a window. So yeah, that's another very, very nice house. I like this one.
Yeah.
And they have the woods in the back.
You said about these are all stick built, and I was just going to say the guy that built the house over in Landershee, the other one, he said gas block.
Yeah,
Is a
gas
third
block.
of the price of wood.
Yeah, this is cheaper to build from, but the thing with these foam blocks, that's what they call foam blocks. They're very light, so they're not cinder blocks. They're super, super light. The problem with these things are that you have to mud them on the outside and the inside of the house, and mudding them is a pain in the butt, and you can only do it once the foam block dries, because it does hold moisture. As you can see, it was raining, so look, that one is a different color, right? Different shade. Then this one is pretty white, but that one is actually soaking wet, so it takes about 6 months for this to dry out. And problem with Russia is the weather here, especially in the north, a lot of rain. So you have to build it right. If you have somebody build it from these blocks, make sure they know what they're doing. But it's also one of the technology they use here. And this neighborhood was empty 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We did a video with Mike, and it was completely empty. And this is another little dacha house right here. Very cute, very nice. I love those. This is kind of like 90s style Russian dachas, Russian little homes for the weekend. But you can also live in one of those. But it's really cute. You got the roof that's made out of rubber. It's got a rubber. It's kind of like a rubber material. Andolin, it's called.
Yeah. I'd say you can go to showrooms in Peter. You can look around these. That one's probably closer to 1.52 million. And that company will build it for you in about what, a week to 3 weeks?
This about a month. About a month they'll build it, plus minus.
Yeah.
And you can build something like this for about 3 million. And honestly, you got the floor plan is very simple. You got two bedrooms upstairs, and you have kitchen, living room, bathroom downstairs. And that's the roof. That's the material for the roof that they use. Just so y'all see. It's kind of like rubberish. It's very light. It's light. It's easy. It's bendable. But when it's in a bulk on the roof, it's nailed down pretty good, and it'll last about 15-20 years. Another typical construction scene. So we have a developer, a builder, pretty much started building these 3 houses. And what I think happened, they run out of fucking money, because these houses been untouched here for months now, because I drive by and see. And the problem with this is you got a lot of water and rain and moisture, and this right here is Beltermo. This stuff right here shouldn't get really wet for a long period of time, so they need to cover it up. But yeah, just another stick built house. And on top of these rails right here, they're gonna put probably siding, vinyl siding, or the the plank of wood or whatever. I keep forgetting the name of it. Ton and groove, Jesus. Yeah. So somebody start building these here, and yeah, run out of money. That's typical in Russia. I mean, that's very common. People run out of money. But yeah, just a typical stick-built house. I wouldn't do 3 exact same ones in a row so close to each other, but I guess the lots did not permit them to do it otherwise.
Especially the orientation is weird for me. Why are they facing each other? Why not face the road?
Yeah, why they're not facing like the back of the lot, or put them in the back of the lot facing the front of the lot. Well, that's just the person. If that's how they see it, that's how they see it, you know. To each his own. Can't argue with that one. I mean, there's not a stick house being built there. That's kind of similar to what I build. You guys seen a lot of my videos about building, so you know what I build. But that's about what I do. And another style of a house, kind of like a barn style house. This is the real barn style house, not the other one, the single floor, the one, or like these ones right here. They call these right here barn style.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think this is more of a barn style. And it's very same thing. Concrete piles, tongue and groove. Nothing, and underlean as the roof, that rubber roofing thingy that I showed you, it's the same. So something like this to build, probably around 3.5, 4 million. That's turnkey, that's inside, outside, and workers paid. So about 3 to 4 million to build something like this. Probably 100 square meters plus minus. It's a budget home, budget friendly. It looks like it's 8 by 6. No, 8 by 8. Yeah, 8 by 6 on the first floor and 8 by 8 on the second floor. Yeah. The only problem is they use nails. You should never use nails. You see those runouts? So what happens? Those nails are not galvanized. No. And even if they say they're galvanized, there might be a few nails in the pack that are not galvanized. So even if you paint it, you will always have these rundowns of metal. So that's why you use galvanized screws for the outside. That's a lot better choice. And that's what I do. And here we have a good example of the concrete piles. Yeah, so that's I don't think anybody's gonna mind if I'm just gonna kind of show what they look like. But yeah, so these things are beaten into the ground, and then they have metal posts on top, and then put rubber over here, and then they put the frame of the house. And even if they're off by a little bit, by half an inch, it's not a big deal, because the log they're gonna put here, the bruce, it's gonna be thick. It's gonna be at least a 200, because this is a 150. Yeah, it's gonna be at least 150 millimeters wide. And yeah, this is gonna be a big house right here. I just wanted to show this really cool setup here. I mean, look, you got the barn style house built, and the walls of this house and the roof is metal. So this is made out of metal. This is the banya, the sauna. So that's all metal. It's really cool, because that's that click metal faults or whatever. I'm not sure. You can comment below what's that called in English. Click faults, I think, in Russian. In Russian, click faults. Yeah, click faults in Russian, I think it's called. And yeah, that's a really nice setup here. So probably for this setup right here, probably 8 to 9 million to build that.
Benefit that
turnkey.
It's all overlapping, so it's all sealed.
Yeah, it's all sealed. Yeah. The only minus of metal roofing is the rain, but honestly, I like the rain, the sound of the rain on the metal roof. I really do. I mean, you slept at my house.
Yeah, I like it. It's like being in the caravan again. But I'd say if you had a proper insulation at the top, dead in the sound.
Still, that sound will not go away. The only way for you not to have that sound is to have crawl space and double insulated. So you'll have the crawl space roof insulated, and the ceiling between the crawl space and the second floor insulated that. Otherwise, you will have the sound from the metal roof. So that's why a lot of people in Russia use that rubber roofing. Like that house right here. You got a nice house right here, right over there, and you see that's rubber roofing. And I bet you they did that because they don't want to hear the rain hit on the roof. So they have a nice house, but they did the cheaper material for the roofing because Endolin is the rubber stuff. There is no sound on it from the rain. Another construction that's gonna take years to build, and you can see it by the discoloration of the wood on the inside. So they've been building this a long time. Bastia, that's what it looks like with the concrete posts. So that's the foundation. They put on top of them either beams or boards, 3 boards together, kind of like screwed in together to do the baseline for the house. And that's pretty much 90% of houses, not 90%, probably like 60% of houses are built like this in Russia right now. See, you got another foundation right there. So either concrete beams or screw piles, metal beams like the ones I use. These are just a little bit more expensive, but it's about the same thing. So this is the foam. This is a little different. So that's something you don't see that often. So they have a concrete concrete foundation. So it's a big slab. It's got a big slab, and on top of the slab they have these foam blocks. And then the roof, as you can see, the roof is wooden, of course. I mean, there's really no other way of making this roof. Well, the wooden frame for the roof, rafters and all that. But that's the foam blocks, and let me get close to them just to show you. So you would think this is heavy, right? This is not heavy. That's what they build from, and you can see they can keep water inside of them. I can chip them off. So honestly, this is not the best stuff to build from, but Russians really like it. And if you build right, it is really good if you build it the right way.
The thing is, I see a lot of people don't bother to put anything on the outside
because it's expensive and you need good weather to do it. And that house right there, all these 3 houses are houses from one of my friend builders, Oleg. You guys seen that house. Actually, I've showed that house right there in one of the videos. So they're for sale. So if anybody's are interested, this house right here is 9 million. Stick built house. It's huge. It's got 5-foot ceilings inside. On the inside of this house, 5-foot ceilings. Yeah, he did a really good job on this house. I really like it. Look at the front entrance door. Hold on, let me get closer. Look at it. Beautiful. So yeah, and those houses similar to mine. That one's sold already, but he's got those 2 houses for sale. That one's 7.2 million, and this one's 9.2 million for this one. So.
You put the snow guards on the...
Oh yeah, I put them too. I put the snow guards on my houses too. Let's keep on going. That's what the slab looks like. That's how they do it. They kind of like cut the ground off, like the flower, ground, grass, all that. They kind of bulldoze it off, and they put sand, and then they put some rebar, and then they concrete all that in. I mean, it's the same way as the videos of doing the driveway in Sochi. I did the 2 concrete driveways. I got a video about that. So it's the same stuff, pretty much. Only in St. Petersburg, I think it's going to be thicker. It's going to be thicker because of the frozen ground and stuff like that. And look at that little house right there too. Those are really quite popular. Those barn style houses once again. And so something like this, probably about 4.5 million to 5 million to build. I mean, it's cute. I like those, and people like them. And I'm not sure if that's metal sides. So the side walls, I think they're metal on this one.
Yeah, corrugated metal.
It looks like metal. And then you got another cute house over here. So you got those people too that actually start a construction and finish it all the way, instead of like doing it over the years. They just do it over one summer. So this is an example of that. Very cute. It's got that's not rock. That is plastic siding to imitate rock, a stone or whatever. Yeah, but this is a really cute one over here. And then this is a rare Ford Expedition 1998. Very cool to see that here. We keep on going. Let's go down this street here. So this house right here, this is the foam block stuff. This is actually mudded and finished and painted, so you can see what the aftermath looks like. And right next to it we have another stick built house right here. This one's pretty cool because it's got kind of like different style roof. Yeah. It's got a little kukushka. That's what it's called in Russian, kukushka. Yeah, it's very cute. And there's more little dachas, small little dachas right here. So this is yeah, and that's my house right here. Where is it? Yep, that's my house right here. That's one of the houses for sale. The guys did the outside during winter time, then they went on another project, and they're gonna come here next week and start doing the inside of it. So we'll have more videos about the house. So that's one of my houses. And back to this house right here. So this is foam blocks once again, only it's finished with all the mudding and stuff. Shtukaturka it's called in Russian, on the outside.
England call it render.
Render?
Render it, yeah.
Not sure, I think.
They got the well.
Now they have a well right here, yeah, they got the well, and you can see the slab. It's a thick slab, it's about a foot thick, right? About a foot. Yeah. Alright, so this little tiny home or dacha stuff, this was for sale. At the beginning it was for sale for 1.6, then the price went up to 2. So they paid 2 million. That's with the lot. 2.4, yeah. That's with the lot. And there's another house there. That's a stick built house. That's square house. Very southern Sochi style house. Right next to my beautiful home right there. Yeah. And yours is gonna look like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna build with Mike, just something like this, only longer. And guys, unloading some sand. Yeah, they love to do that. That raising up the lot with the sand, they love to do it. So, yeah. Yeah, so this is one of my houses that I've sold. I did a video about that. This is another house that I've sold right here. So, yeah, it is a nice house. I like that one. And the lots here are not the best because all the water's running into this lot right here.
This canal's full.
Yeah, it is full. All this fucking rain, it is full. Keep on going. Another little dacha thing right here. Actually, I talked to the woman about that house. We'll get to it in a minute. And here they're gonna build another house. You can see the slab, I think it is, and that's the foam blocks again. So out of 10 houses, one is going to be from these foam blocks. One of them. There is no homeowners association in Russia, pretty much, and to each his own. So everybody does whatever they want to. There is some laws that cannot build closer than 1 meter to the fence line in SNT, and the IJS has got to be like 3 meters from the neighbor's fence line. But that's about it. So you can build anything you want to build. There is no permits for building. There, you just start building. That's it. It's that simple. So we just met a lady that lived in England for 10 years. Yeah, she lives in that house right behind us, right there. That house right there. She's doing some gardening. She's from Latvia, but she's a Russian Latvian. Yeah, very cool. Soviet woman. Lived in England.
Got an invite for shashlik and karaoke on Saturday.
Shashlik karaoke. Well, she invited you. She didn't invite me.
Channing.
Alright, back to the houses. Let me show you another really cute house with the vinyl siding. So this is all plastic siding on the outside. Really nice color spectrum here. So you got that tan charcoal roof with light blue and white windows and the blue rails around the decking. What else? We got more of a real barn style house right here, but it's not really a house. So this right here probably like 1.5 million to build, 2 million to build, something like this, 6x6. And another log house over there. And you got a little high-tech house right there too, but it's also stick built.
Yeah,
so this
cool.
is wooden.
I like
I like those. but a lot of places where water and moisture can get through when you do roofs like this, especially when we have rains here for over a week sometimes, just straight up rain. And there's another one. This one's finished. A couple built this one. Really nice house. I watched them build it over last summer, and it came out really nice. I like that, the style and all that. So, and plenty of more lots left. There's a lot of lots. They're all bought. Yeah. And then those houses have been built there for like the past 2 years. This guy's been building these 2 houses, and yeah, it's just a long time. Ran out of money. I thought he's building them for resale. I'm like, he's spending 2 years to build 2 houses for resale. He should have just built one and sold it. And now I found out from this lady that the guy's building them for his family. So he's got a bigger family, so he bought, he's building 2 houses. And now there's more stick-built houses.
But dengue's a controllers. Money run out.
Yeah, money runs out, dude. Yeah, you're gonna run out of money too when you build your shit. But we're gonna have a roof and the outside done
at least
before we start on the inside. Always have the outside done first, then do the inside. Unless
do the fascia and the outside first.
Unless you gotta live in it, then you don't have any other options really. Yeah, another log house right here. So yep, they need to sit for about a year at least to settle down before you can put windows and all that in it, because otherwise they might crack and might be crooked and whatnot. Yeah, so this house got gas hooked up to it, but there's no gas in the neighborhood, so he buried a gas thingy. But that's another style of a house. Honestly, for this house they could have picked a better lot. It's a lot of water here. I mean, they did a lot of drainage work. But yeah, this is a nice house. That's yeah, very nice house. And look at the roof. It's got a shingled roof. Nice new Chinese car. And there's concrete foundation right there for the next house. And here you got really nice fancy fence. And nothing to show. This is advertisement. They do fencing. That's why they did this. Well, that's cool. Look at the water flow here in this. It's a lot of water flowing through here. Well, that's good. At least the water is moving. So, majority of roofs in Russia are metal. That's like a good, probably like 80% of roofs. Maybe less. Maybe about 70% of roofs that I've seen, they're metal. And we have another cute little banya here, right in the woods.
But why do they pick that blue?
The blue? Well, why not, dude? Maybe the kids love blue. Maybe they done it for the kids. It's got nice woods behind them. That's nice, beautiful scenery right here. The banya in the woods there. Look at that tree. Oh, that is beautiful. So, as I was saying, this neighborhood is only like 3 or 4 years old. I started building here 2 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years old. So every single house that you've seen here has been built in the past 3 years. So this is the actual what I want to say. This is the actual way the Russians build houses. So this is not something from 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So all of these houses that you've seen in this video today been built the past 3 years. That's the style of Russian houses. That's how they build them. That's how they do it. And just like a little video for those that are interested in construction, and I know construction is a pretty interesting topic, to see how housing is here in Russia. Well, on this note, we're going back to our lot. Hope that the screw piles are already being screwed in. On this note, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, I don't care if you subscribe or not, but y'all have a blessed day. Пока.